Gyutaro will be stronger, and here's why. Without Daki, I don't think Gyutaro would have any weaknesses left, and his personality will develop in an increasingly selfish manner. Will replenishing the burden of his sister Daki give Gyutaro a boost, or will he continue to get defeated by the Demon Slayer Corps in the same fashion? Also, I included another intriguing theory in this video, but more on that later. Now, what would happen if Gyutaro was the only 𝗪𝘁𝗰𝗪? How will losing his sister affect him? Well, initially, he will still be the same cruel and ruthless individual, but this time, there won't be any bindings on him. He used to lash out at people for his sister, but now without her, there won't be any need for that. Nothing will be holding him back, as he won't have to cope with his sister's sadistic nature. Secondly, being the only 𝗪𝘁𝗰𝗪 would enhance his abilities, as he will have more share of Muzan's blood, and he would have actively eaten more humans alone. He will have far more stronger demon abilities than he had with his sister. There would be an increase in his speed, regeneration, strength, and overall power as an 𝗪𝘁𝗰. There would even be a chance that he'll rank higher than Gyoko, but that's a story for another what if. So how would this all go down? Well, the battle will still begin with Zenitsu being the first one to gain info about the demon's location. He will take the initiative and engage in a battle with them. However, soon he will realize how outmatched he will be, as Gyutaro would just render all of his strikes and regenerate from each one of them. Zenitsu will then attempt to escape and try to contact the other demon slayers. However, he might be caught by Gyutaro, as his speed and reflexes will be far greater. So what can Zenitsu do? Well, after being captured, knowing Gyutaro's character, there is a chance he might eliminate Zenitsu, but considering the possibility that Zenitsu will have a female demeanor and he will look quite unattractive compared to other female patrons in the entertainment district, he will probably let him live, just to question him further. After Zenitsu gets locked up by Gyutaro, Inosuke and Tanjiro will notice his disappearance and they will try to search for him. Inosuke, as usual, will be the first one to come across him. He will notice him trapped in a hidden chamber. What will Inosuke do? Well, Inosuke will attempt to rescue Zenitsu, only for Gyutaro to appear at the last possible moment. Thus, the real battle will begin. Zenitsu, Inosuke, and Gyutaro will be exchanging blows with each other. Right when Tengen and Tanjiro will notice the clash from nearby, both of them will also reach the exact location, only to see Zenitsu and Inosuke getting pushed back by a single demon. How will the Demon Slayers react to this? Well, Tengen, Tanjiro, and Nezuko will join in the fray, and it will be a one-sided battle. For the initial segment of the fight, Gyutaro will have the upper hand due to his immense regeneration and demon abilities. However, soon Tanjiro will unlock his sun breathing, which will inflict some damage on Gyutaro for the first time. Nezuko will also unlock her blood demon art, which will allow her to heal any poison injuries caused by Gyutaro to any of the demon slayers. Seeing how all of them are holding against him and disbelieving that they might have a chance of beating him, Gyutaro will get hasty and he will attempt to finish the battle as quickly as possible. Gyutaro will most likely decide to take care of the most dangerous out of the demon slayers, which is Tengen. With his enhanced strength and speed, can he at the very least take out the Hashira? Well, Gyutaro blitzes Tengen, but Tengen isn't a sound Hashira for nothing, and he can probably dodge the attack, although he'll lose his arm in the process. However, as Gyutaro comes in for the killing blow, Tengen's wives arrive at the scene and shoot out the wisteria poison kunai. Gyutaro's attack slows down, and the other demon slayers arrive just in time to block his attack. His healing slows down for a moment, and the counterattack begins. At this moment, Tengen will be out of the fight, and Nezuko is there to heal him and stop Gyutaro's poison. The battle will get more intense as time went by. The combined fast attacks of Zenitsu and Tengen will catch him off guard. Then Inosuke will act as bait, while Tanjiro with his sun breathing will go for the head, potentially beheading the demon. And how will it end? Well, despite being the sole 𝗪𝘁𝗰𝗪𝗪, Gyutaro will still lose against the Demon Slayer Corps because he was outnumbered and outgunned. The Demon Slayers will suffer much fewer repercussions as compared to their original battle. This time around, Gyutaro's ending will be much more tragic, as there won't be anyone on his side. He will be left remorseful, thinking about the wrong decisions he made by aligning with the demons. The last few seconds of his life will provide him with the opportunity to reflect on his life. He will also think about his sister and will have something to hopefully look forward to in the afterlife. If you don't want to be beheaded, make sure to subscribe. As the series moves forward, there won't be a lot of changes that will happen, even though the Demon Slayers won by a large margin at this point. Tengen would most probably still be too wounded to join the fight against the demons in the Infinity Castle, and would stick with his role as Kira, Yubishiki's bodyguard. In the end, the Demon Slayers would still sacrifice a lot of people and resources, but all of it was worth it, as Muzan's reign will finally end. Now let's move on to the interesting theory I mentioned earlier. What if Daki was actually more independent, and she had a much better and befitting demon attitude? Will her being a strong and reliable companion to Gyutaro help change the fate that they both had in the original timeline, or will they face the same ending? Well, for Daki, becoming stable would mean that her physical abilities will be far more enhanced. Additionally, she will be far more lucid compared to her original attitude. She will be able to think more clearly and make more informed decisions. Her coordination with her brother, Gyutaro, would also improve, providing them with a far more adventurous stance in their battles. There's even a chance that she won't be as submissive to Muzan as she was in the original series, and she'll take all her actions with calculated risks, reducing her chances of getting caught. But for the sake of the story, let's say she was still caught because of a geisha. So what will happen this time? Well, the battle will proceed in the same way as in the original timeline. Daki will still entrap Zenitsu, Suma, and Makeo in her obai to question them, as that is the best way to go. The combat will also proceed in a similar manner. Daki will face Inosuke and Zenitsu, while Gyutaro will still be facing Tengen, Tanjiro, and Nezuko. So what's the difference? Well, this time around, both of them will be able to communicate effectively with each other. They will be able to detect when the Demon Slayers intend to behead both of them and when one of them will be in danger of being beheaded. The other one will protect himself more constructively. This will be a major issue for the Demon Slayers, as Tengen will be hurt by Gyutaro's poison. Given that the battle will proceed in quite a similar pattern, this would mean that Nezuko still wouldn't have unlocked her Blood Demon Art. Thus, she won't be able to assist Tengen in any way. Thinking about his duties as a Demon Slayer, Tengen will probably step forward for the final time and get a strike on Gyutaro, aiding Tanjiro to land a final blow on beheading him. However, the same won't be the case for Daki's side this time, as she's far more clever. So what will be the main changes? Well, she will be able to prevent herself from getting beheaded, while at the same time, Gyutaro would eventually heal back up. Tengen's last-minute efforts will render useless for the Demon Slayers, and they will be left in the face of demise. If I were to personally write the story, the more befitting ending in this instance would be for Gyutaro and Daki to triumph over the Demon Slayers, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. In the original series, both Daki and Gyutaro underestimate the Demon Slayers to the point where it led to their downfall. It was mostly Daki's fault because she kept losing her cool, giving Zenitsu and Inosuke the advantage. But in this timeline, she isn't like that. Daki will know that if she carelessly attacks, both she and Gyutaro will be done for. She starts being careful, throwing out calculated and precise hits. Eventually, because Inosuke and Zenitsu didn't manage to behead Daki, even when Gyutaro was beheaded by Tengen and Tanjiro, he just reincarnated and got rid of both of them. Remember that at this moment, Tanjiro and Tengen were severely wounded, while Zenitsu and Inosuke would also receive more damage than they got in the original series, because Daki is just that more dangerous. Gyutaro, having fully regenerated and with unlimited stamina, will finally deal a killing blow to Tengen. Tanjiro can do nothing but accept his fate as well. After he finishes Tengen and Tanjiro, he'll move on to Zenitsu and Inosuke, and they won't have a chance to win. So what about the aftermath? What would happen to the Demon Slayer Corps in the humans? Well, first of all, Gyutaro and Daki would most likely have a promotion, seeing as they killed Tanjiro and the other Demon Slayers. The Demon Slayer Corps would also be at a total disadvantage after losing a Hashira along with the trio. During the Swordsman Village arc, Tanjiro and Nezuko were the key to the Demon Slayers winning. So what will happen now that they're gone? Well, did you know Tanjiro was the reason Mitsuri and Muichiro unlocked their Demon Slayer marks? One very important condition a Demon Slayer must fulfill in order to get the mark is to be near an individual who already has it. And we all know Tanjiro was born with the mark and awakened it during the Entertainment District arc. Now that he's not in this battle, it's virtually impossible to unlock it, and it's most likely that mark has gone extinct. Without it and without sun breathing, both Hashiras would perish along with Genya Shinazugawa, pushing the Demon Slayer Corps to an even bigger disadvantage. Without them, especially Tanjiro's sun breathing, the Demon Slayer Corps would be decimated in the battle at the Infinity Castle. Even with Tameya's poison, Kage's sacrifice, and the determination of the remaining Hashiras and Demon Slayers, I think that they still don't have a chance at winning. Seeing as in the original series, even with Tanjiro, they were still struggling and losing soldiers left and right. So what would be the ending of this scenario? Well, Muzan would triumph after eradicating every single member, and he would continue his journey in searching for a way to become the perfect being. That's it for the what-if theory of Gyutaro being the sole Upper Moon 6. For a change of pace, why don't you watch this video where we discuss 45 things that you might have missed in One Piece? Why are you still here? Click it.